What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummings here, chilling with Kenny C on 7-11 day. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. I got my next guest with me right now here in Kentucky, talented MC. Got a couple of tracks out. The Affairs joint is out, and the joint with ROC is also out as well. Putting in that work. I like that Affairs joint. I heard it for the first time.
That Grown Affairs?
Yeah, that Grown Affairs. That joint's fire.
That's me singing on that joint. Nobody believe that shit. Everything on that is me singing. The hums, the cadences, the rhymes, all settle, all that is me.
All right. So I'm joined with Sugnasty, back on the show for the second time. Good to have you on here. And before we talk about your recent release songs, I met you for the first time earlier this year. Met you at the Berea, Kentucky Field of Dreams Festival.
Yep.
And what I remember that day is that it was raining like a mud. Mother Nature had to get involved in some way or fashion.
Yeah.
And we had a slight delay, but the festival still turned out smooth, considering the circumstances.
Oh, it was nice.
And then I saw you perform for the first time. You went hard.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I work hard at what I do.
Yeah,
I worked on that for a long time. So for about 30 days, I worked on that set. I had maybe 7 rehearsals. So 3 of which were dress rehearsals, where we went through that joint as if, we was there. But yeah, I worked hard on that set.
You did, and it was definitely one of the standout performances on that day. I definitely enjoyed it for sure. So let's start off with Grown Affairs.
Okay.
Feel good, love making track right there. Very, very self-explanatory. So talk about putting that track together as far as Grown Affairs. Tell us how that came about.
Man, the instrumental slid across me one day. It was about 2 years ago, and I was really vibing with it. But I was like, this ain't my lane. This ain't usually what I create. You know what I'm saying? And I don't sing. I cannot sing. I love to sing, but I cannot sing. You know what I mean? So I sing my little heart out. But I kept feeling it, and I don't know if you're familiar with my brother TJ Malik, but he sings. That boy can sing. But me and him, we bump heads so much we couldn't create nothing to it. So I sat on it for a while, sat in the bag for it for a while. And then one night about 8 months ago, I woke up, I just got back from Miami. And I woke up on a creative spiel. Like I was on a creative high for like a week that day. But I woke up and I was like, I got it. And so I cut it on. It was early morning. I started straightening up, cleaning up. I cut it on, and then the rhyme came to me. The rhythm of what I wanted to say came to me. So I started humming it. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, I need words to this joint. Like, I feel it. So, and then a day or two later, I think it all came together, and I had it all mapped out. And I'm like, I got to get in the booth. I got to get this out. And that's what happened.
Yeah. So it's definitely a different side from what people are accustomed to. But you made it work. Definitely held it down, showing a different side per se, showing some versatility as far as lyrical content. Man, then that joint is fire. I mean,
Thank you.
I can't stress that enough. Like, and this is the summer. We're in the summer season. People got that summer song in the bag somewhere, in the vault somewhere. That's a summer joint right there.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You definitely did your thing on that, Grown Affairs. There's a lyric video on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can go check that out. Get word.
My first actual official lyric video too, and I'm proud of it. I like what they came up with, what they produced. What's crazy is, it looks like I had a whole map out for what I seen, but it looked like from what you see from the cover and the lyric video and the sound, it looks like we all sat in the same room. We did not. None of us even are in the same state. Never met these people in my life. The young lady who created the cover for me, she's done several covers for me. She actually done Got You, um, which is what you got opening up, what you had promoing on our interview today.
Yeah.
She did the cover for that, and so I'm like, I got to use her again. Like, let me get in my bag. And so when this one surfaced, I was like, oh, that's perfect because it's not used. It's just what you said. It's not my normal sound, and so I instantly thought of her again. I'm like, oh, I did a singing joint, something like that, a vibe joint, and she did good with that. And I didn't really give her no direction other than what I seen in my head real quick. You know what I mean? What I felt like. It was never like I need this red, I want that blue, I want a table here. You know what I mean? It's never that with me. It's always when I'm hiring people stuff. It's always this is how I'm feeling. I'm sitting. This is where I'm sitting. This is how I feel. This is what I'm going through in life. And then they kind of, you know what I mean? They just kind of create. So when the lyric video came about, I had already got the cover. I didn't show anybody. I didn't show the team. And then I got the lyric video back, and it matched the cover. I mean, to a T. I know you've seen it,
Yeah.
to a T. And I was just like, this shit is crazy. Like, it's just too much. Like, right? It's not that much coincidence in the world. And so I ran with that joint without even. That's funny. I ever running it past my team, running it past anyone. I just kind of was just like, when you know, you know. So fuck it. I don't care how nobody perceives it. It's shit's hot. Like, so I was able to show enough. I mean, it was definitely one of my more cockier creations behind doors. You know what I mean? Behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It was on a high. Like, I just know, and somebody need this out here. So I definitely appreciate that. That was the feedback that you got from it. But I'm always anxious every time I release music to the world. So I'm anxious to see how the rest of the world really receives it and give it a couple more weeks. And then I'm going to really look at the analytics and see what's going on. But yeah.
Don't it feel good when you have a vision and you talk to people about a vision, and then it all comes into fruition. It ends up exactly what you said it was going to
What
be.
you, well, for me, I've been blessed enough to everybody I've tapped out with or that I, done a three-way, reached out for, or I had to outsource their work. It seemed like they leveled up whatever I was thinking or whatever I was hearing. They always took it a notch higher, and I can't be more grateful for that in the world. Like, you can't teach gratitude, and when I tell you that I'm just humble, I'm humble and just in an all-time high about it. Yes, great and good is understatements to how that feels.
So I want to let you know that because I love that song so much,
Okay.
and it's definitely a good vibe. I'm doing this Music Monday thing. I do it every Monday, like every first Monday of the month. That's the R&B and hip hop playlist.
Okay.
And next month just so happens to be on the same week as hip hop 50th anniversary.
Oh shit.
I'm doing a double header on that first Monday. And the second hour is just gonna be all hip hop artists.
Okay.
No R&B, no, just second hour specifically, all hip hop artists. I've already gathered the songs that I picked, and it's just so obvious that Gordon Ferris is on that
I
playlist.
appreciate that,
So,
man. I'm definitely gonna tune in just to hear,
so
because I still get geeked when I hear me. When one of my homeboys pull up to get me, we going to a function and I pull up and my friends support me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But just that when I pull up and I hear me through people's radios, like I still get weak off that. You know what I mean? That's a different high. Like, damn, people really bop with my music. People really bang that, and they know the words. That'd be even crazier. Like, they'll look at me and spit my shit at me. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, I can't. That's a high you can't explain. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, absolutely. So I'm joined with Sugnasty out here in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that grown affairs joint out there. Go check it out on the streaming
Thank you.
platforms right now. The lyric video is on YouTube right now. So
Mm-hmm.
go check it out. It's an awesome lyric video. Definitely one of the most unique lyric videos I've ever seen. It's very
Thank you.
unique. So shout out to everybody that put that together.
Mm-hmm.
So I also want to chat with you about the other new joint that you did, Rockstar, which features Mr. ROC himself, Respect,
Yep. Yep.
original creation. That's a tall dude. I just want to say that
Yeah,
for
he is.
he's a very,
That's
very
little
tall guy.
bruh.
But
Yeah.
he is the homie. He's holding it down.
And he's
So
so
what
sweet and loving.
a genuine good dude, man.
Hmm.
A lot of respect for that brother. What was it like collaborating with him for Rockstar?
Um, that's little bruh. Funny story. And you brought it up, you opened the door, so I'll tell you how that came about.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
in the house and my older brother, TJ Malik, he's over my house, he's in town and he's over my house and we got this thing where we do it's where we compete with each other, but we don't compete with each other. It's like a subliminal, you would just have to know us to know. And so we play all these things that we creating right at that time and whatever in our lives, and we play it for each other. And we, just go like a little concert in my living room or wherever we may be, and we go at each other with it. And he happened to have Rock that day. And Rock was in the bathroom actually when the instrumental came on, and so the instrumental came on, and like I said, I'm live right now. You're not hearing, so you just hear me. There's nothing recorded. You just hear the instrumental, and I just start hitting it and because it was done. It was a two verse track, under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I think it was like 2 minutes and 33 seconds. I knew I was going to gear it towards being played on the radio, being played for people, being one of those. I knew that's where I was going with it. And so anyway, Rock came running up my hallway, and he was like, "Sis," and I stopped in the middle of the second verse, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" Like me and both my brother were like, "You know what I'm saying? What's up?" He was like, "This shit is hot. Please let me on it." And I'm like, "What? I'm done." He's like, "Yo, please let me on this shit. I got something for it." So I was like, "All right, hold on, fuck it." So I walked up to the joint, ran that shit all the way back. I said, "Let me hear what you got." So I ran through the first verse, and instead of me spitting the second verse, he came through, and it was so perfect. He rode that shit so smooth. I was like, I gotta use it. Like, I gotta fuck with that. And so instead of shaving the music, we stretched it out a bit to give him room to spit in that middle verse. And it wound up being probably one of my hottest tracks out right now. So I mean, the people really took to that. The kids love it. They love the intro to it. And yeah, I can't. The visual. We had a different vision for the visual, but we wanted to keep it more realistic. Ultimately, that's what it boiled down to. And so that's why you got me and him versus mask and elaborate,
Yeah.
things you can actually do with that. But yeah, that's how that came about.
Like that's definitely a good feeling. Like he just so happens to be in the studio in the
Hmm.
area that the instrumental was being played, and
And it was perfect.
it was like, man, let me get up in there.
Yeah, it
That's
was perfect. Yeah, he definitely slid down my hallway and was like,
yeah,
"Yo, I got to." And I'm like, I ain't gonna say, I mean, you little brown, I fuck with you, but ain't you hot? But that don't mean, two dope artists.
yeah,
They could be dope, but you can't. They won't always match well. You know what I'm saying? Just because
yeah,
they dope don't mean they're always gonna complement one another. Um, but yeah, when he, like I said, as soon as he opened his mouth, and it wasn't, I didn't have to hear the whole 16. I'm like, yeah, I got you. Like, we gonna make this work. However the fuck we gotta
yeah.
make it work. And so
Make it work.
that's how it came about. And it's just
So
crazy that his name is Rock. Like,
what a
yeah,
coincidence. What a
I know, right?
coincidence.
Too much like right. When it's too much like right, man, you gotta roll with it.
Yeah,
That's the universe
absolutely.
talking to you.
Yeah, Sugnasty featuring ROC Rockstar. That song just came out just earlier this month, I believe.
About 2 months ago, but
2 months ago. Yeah, yeah,
yep,
a little over a month ago. That's also available on the streaming platforms.
mhm,
So check it out. And that's Rockstar with two C's, not
yep,
how he does it. So just so there's still confusion. ROCC Star, and that's Chuck Nasty featuring ROC.
yep,
So go check that out on the streaming platforms. So not only are you a talented artist, hip hop MC extraordinaire with the bars going in, grimy, things of that nature. I see you, when I was at the Field of Dreams, you got your brand, Stud.
hmm hmm
Talk a little bit about that. How did that came to be?
Stud was something I created before I was a mother. My oldest child is 13, so y'all can do the math. It was always just something I was draw. See, I draw. I'm an artist, really. Like I'm very artistic, so I draw, I paint, I write, I do poem, like just a little bit of everything. Anything where I can create, that's my element. Or vibe out. Yeah, that's definitely my element. But it was something I created because I could never find something, anything to wear. And then it started to be in where when I would find something that I really like, I seen it on everyone. And I don't like that. I don't like, I'm a Gemini. I don't like repetition. And I don't like being with the norm. I actually take pride in, see, when I was younger, I got picked on for being different. And so I just learned to live with that. And then I learned it's almost like it's my superpower now. Like I thrive with being last and with being the outcast, with being, you know what I mean, in the limelight, the all eyes on you. Like I love me, I love that I am so. It's so many vast layers to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I created Stud so that I could find something that was more exclusive for me to put on. Um, but for a way to me for me to express myself too. Uh, I'm young, I'm older, so I'm 33 years old. So when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, weed still wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? And so I love I love promoting weed. I love not just medically, but scientifically too, in a manner. And I use weed. I smoke weed heavy. I also am tailored to weed. I have anxiety and some other things going on that weed is prescribed to me type of situations. But I believe in marijuana and all the things that they have going on with it. But yeah, I wanted to be able to express that too. And I could never find anything that promoted marijuana. It wasn't stop smoking, dare to be different, which is fine. And I get all of that. I'm with all of that. I'm definitely not advocating for drugs whatsoever. I just don't feel like weed is a drug. But yeah, and so with wanting to find things that was tailored to just me, it just kind of grew. People just I just started to see things, and being the creator that I am, I just wanted to always grow, create with it. It was always something that was inspiring me to create a different design, to create a different, just something so I could put on, you know what I'm saying, that was loud and expressive. And I thrive, like I said, I thrive in that. Those are my comfortable places. Um, and so yeah, that's how Stud came about, which is actually Suge's trending unique design, smoke till you drop. Depending on which your flavor is, there's 8 categories to my line. I'm not gonna go through all of them right now, but 8 categories to my line. 6 really, but I count socks and hats as 2 type of different things. And then we're about to get into sports bras too for actual studs for women like me. But that I tailored to you, that fit more. That yeah. So anyways, that's clothing lingo and clothing conversations. But yeah, that's how Stud came about. And it just kind of grew. And we're actually about to be trademarked. So I'm actually proud of that. Very proud of that. That's my baby. Thank you. Yeah.
Round of
Proud of that.
applause. You know, if you got that brand, you got something that holds near dear to your heart,
Hmm.
something that you really want to put out to the world, definitely trademarks, definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
LLC. I'm not an expert in all that per se, but I do know people take pride of their brand
Yeah, we're definitely
and
an LLC now,
uh,
and I'm proud of that
yeah,
too.
yeah,
But I want to be more established. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, as I'm continuing to grow, I'm not an in the box type of person. A lot of people think here, I think here.
yeah.
Even things that I feel like are that the average might see as unattainable. Not me. I think beyond that. Take a step further than that. Now you're into my normal type of thinking. That's so. But I always plan for the words, which is crazy. And they like, how does that work hand in hand? I don't know, but it works for me. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Representation definitely matters.
thank you.
So props to you for your craft, for your brand, just staying true to yourself, being authentic towards yourself, and to those that that can relate. So I'm props to you in that regard. So we talked about the 2 songs. We talked
Hmm.
about your brand.
Hmm.
Um, Summer, as far as Kentucky, I mean, we in the 80s,
Yeah.
85s. It's not necessarily 90s per se, but it is warm, which I like it. I'm a warm weather person anyway, so What else you have in the works? Upcoming shows, maybe more music on the way. What else?
Definitely more music. I let it leak the other night in an interview. I'm sitting on about 32 tracks plus that are ready to roll. But the budget doesn't always permit you to move the way you want to move, and things don't happen overnight. So patience is key, and I'm learning patience. I'm struggling with learning patience. Let's keep it all the way real. Struggling with it, but I there's nothing I can do. When they roll, they have to roll. Now that I know the back end of things, and I am working hand in hand with the back end and the release of my music, I know how long it takes for things to properly be released. So I can't just drop 31 dope ass tracks and say, fuck it, let's call them mixtape tracks just so I can put them out, you know what I mean? And be comfortable with it. It's not how it works. Like, and so much has gone into this, so much has gone into the project. I got 2 tapes dropping right before Christmas. It was one album and it's turned to a double mixtape. Laugh Now, Cry Later. The other side of it's called Two Face, where I exercise both just what you said. I tap into something. And so people are so used to hearing this type of sound from me. I want to be able to still feed those people, but I've grown so much in the past 3 years. I lost so many people. I've gone through so much personal stuff and I've manifested, which is also the documentary that I'm working on. Hold on, what is it called? Transmutation. That's what we titled it. But the documentary should be out right before October, or right after Halloween. I'm not sure exactly what they say the date was. I wasn't really keen on that, and I don't think it's in stone. But yeah, the tapes come out right before Christmas. Next month on the 26th, I will be in Knoxville for Vibe Fest. Super excited about that. To tap into a whole different market. It's more indie type of artists that you would hear, like those ones that are real into crystals and real into the earth and believing in spirits and that type of, those common type of voices, those Erica Badu. So I'm geeked about just being able to be on the stage with them, and being able to just showcase my art and share my music with people for people to receive it, and as well as tap into my brand. Like anytime I can show my brand, I love that. So I'm in work clothes, but I usually got a stud hoodie on, stud t-shirt on, stud socks, something stud on at all points in time, which is dope for me at this point too. Now that I'm saying out loud, like I haven't even thought about that. It's come to my point in life where everything I wear is stud, which is crazy. So, but yeah, on the 26th in Knoxville, I got that going on. I'll be in Nashville that Sunday for the Coalition's 6th or 3rd annual reunion, their reunion from when they started. Hopefully get to hit the stage with that. I don't know. Ain't nobody said nothing in stone. One of the tapes that dropped, I did get the word back. As long as the budget permits itself, Dave East will be on the opening of that tape. So since that got leaked a couple days ago, I'm definitely just letting people know about that. I'm excited about that because he's one of my favorite artists. If you know me, you know that. But yeah, I'm working. I'm always working. And hella visuals coming with all that. I'm definitely a storytelling type of person. And I don't want the mind's powerful. If I want to kind of direct you in some of this through the storyline, I want you to not just go where your mind wants to go. I want you to know exactly where mine went and, let you see it visually. So hopefully I do a good job of portraying a lot of what's in this head of mine. But yeah, I'm always working.
She's always working indeed. Check her out in Tennessee next month,
Yes.
Knoxville,
Yes.
and Nashville,
Nashville. Yep.
back to back on the last weekend of August.
Yep.
She'll post all the info on her social media at Sugnasty on Facebook. I think Nasty Sug at the Instagram as
IG.
well.
Yep.
On the IG.
Everything else is Sugnasty.
So go check her out, and while you at it,
Please.
the Affairs joint is out right now. Rockstar featuring ROC is out right now, and if you just so happen to go to a show that Chuck Nasty is performing, go buy her merch. Go buy the
Or just
stud.
come talk to me. I get in trouble all the time for giving away masks and socks and t-shirts that we've been sitting on that's out of season. I get in trouble for that all the time. But yeah, and me and my sister's podcast too. We definitely Leap Life. We definitely got a YouTube channel where we two sisters that smoke weed and do shit. And when I say do shit, I mean We don't have a limit to what we do. Too small. I've eaten live bugs. We've done all types of stuff. So
Right.
definitely in the works.
It was great to have you back on the show again, and
Thank you.
it was good to meet you for the first time.
In person.
Field of Dreams in person. So props to you. I'm looking forward to everything you have on the horizon in the
Thank
coming
you.
months, second half of 2023.
Thank
So thank you again. Continue success in everything, and hopefully we'll cross paths again at some point.
Oh, you're always on the scene.
Yeah,
We're definitely gonna cross paths.
I'm a very active person. What can I say? So you have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week.
You too. Y'all enjoy. Peace, happiness, and wealth to y'all.
Much love. Much love.
Thank you.
All right.